welcome to Dreamy Sleep Tales, to a place where the stars hum lullabies and the night gently holds your dreams. Tonight, you're invited to wander beyond the world you know, into a quiet forest where moonlight paints silver trails and magic lingers in the air like soft perfume. Here, time slows, hearts listen, and even the breeze seems to whisper stories meant just for you. Let go of the day, little by little. Let your worries melt like dew beneath the morning sun. You're safe now, wrapped in the arms of wonder. This story was made for your heart to hear and your spirit to follow as you float towards sleep on wings made of stardust and hope. So close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let the dream begin. In a time when the boundaries between the waking world and dreams blurred into one seamless twilight, there existed a forest of ancient magic, an enchanted haven where moonbeams danced like soft ribbons and the leaves hummed lullabies to the stars. This was no ordinary woodland. It was a realm where every rustle, every gentle sigh of the wind, and every dappled patch of light bore witness to timeless secrets. Within this forest lay a clearing known only to those whose hearts still believed in miracles, a secret sanctuary of silver glow and hushed promises. It was here, suspended between gnarled oak branches and the whispering willows, that a singular swing, hung by threads spun from moonlit mist and stardust. Far from a simple plaything, the swing was a portal, a gateway that linked the gentle realm of dreams with the silent splendor of the nocturnal sky. At the heart of this secret clearing lived Mira, a young girl with eyes as clear as the dawn and a spirit as boundless as the night sky. Every evening, as the sun melted into twilight, Mira would tiptoe out of her humble cottage on the edge of the forest, drawn by an unspoken promise of adventure and magic. With a soft smile and a spark of wonder in her heart, she would find her way to the enchanted swing, ready to surrender to the mysteries that waited beyond the veil of slumber. And thus, on a night when even the stars seemed to murmur in anticipation, Mira's destiny would soon be intertwined with that of the celestial realm, a destiny that would forever change how she saw the light in the world. Beneath a sky lit by 1,000 gentle stars, Mira set out on her familiar path through the forest. The night air was cool and fragrant, with the scent of blooming moonflowers, and the soft glow of fireflies guided her steps like tiny beacons of hope. Every step along the winding trail was a brushstroke on the canvas of twilight, with each rustle of leaves and whisper of the wind telling ancient tales of magic and mystery. As Mira reached the clearing, her heart swelled with the profound intimacy of the moment. The clearing itself was a quiet arena of light, a crystalline pond that shimmered like a scattered mirror of the cosmos, and around it, delicate lanterns floated serenely among the ferns. In the center hung the celestial swing, its ropes woven of silvery vines and strands of stardust, swaying ever so gently as if greeting her arrival. Mira approached the swing slowly, her bare feet barely disturbing the soft carpet of moss beneath her. There was an unmistakable feeling in the air, an energy that felt almost alive, as though the forest itself was holding its breath. With a cautious yet eager heart, she climbed onto the swing and grasped the cool ropes. In that quiet moment, the world seemed to pause, and the night deepened into a profound silence that spoke louder than words. As the swing swayed ever so gently, Mira felt a stirring, a delicate tug at her heart. The familiar patterns of moonlit branches and starlight shifted subtly, and she sensed that tonight was different. A soft, pulsing light, almost imperceptible yet insistent, seemed to call her name from deep within the celestial vault above. Though she could not see it clearly, Mira knew that some great secret was about to be revealed. No sooner had the first notes of the mysterious call graced the air than the swing began to lift Mira higher and higher, ascending into a realm that was both unfamiliar and wondrous. The forest receded beneath her like a patchwork quilt of soft shadows and silvery light. Up above, the dark canopy of the night transformed into a living tapestry, a swirling mosaic of luminescence where stars twinkled like scattered diamonds, and the moon's pale visage watched in quiet wonder. The air around Mira thrummed with gentle music, a hymn of wind chimes and distant echoes that seemed to celebrate the magic of the moment. With every sway of the swing, she felt the pull of ancient forces at work, guiding her towards the source of that alluring call. She was passing through layers of reality, drifting from the familiar embrace of the earth into the mysterious corridors of the sky. As she soared among wisps of glowing clouds and nebulous trails of light, Mira began to perceive shapes and silhouettes that defied mortal explanation. Gliding alongside her were phantom-like figures, the silhouettes of celestial guardians draped in robes woven of twilight and dusted with stars. Their presence was both comforting and awe-inspiring, as if they had been waiting for her arrival all along. One among them, a luminous figure with a gentle smile and eyes that shimmered with the secrets of forgotten ages, beckoned her onward. That being's silent invitation carried the promise of revelations yet to come. Mira's heart, steady yet brimming with wonder, beat in time with the pulsating glow of her enchanted swing. The mysterious call was no longer a distant murmur. It had transformed into an inner voice, a resilient whisper of hope and courage, urging her to venture further into the unfolding mystery of the night. Before long, the swing descended into a realm that defied earthly logic, a space where the rules of time and gravity seemed to melt into the pure language of dreams. Mira found herself standing, not on solid ground, but on a carpet of liquid silver, a place known as the realm of the moon guardians. All around her, luminescent orbs drifted slowly through the air. Some were like tiny moons just beginning to glow, while others shimmered with the full intensity of celestial power. In the midst of this surreal landscape, Mira noticed a small, trembling orb of light hidden in the shadow of a crystalline archway. As she stepped forward, the orb revealed itself to be a timid little moon named Luno. His radiance was soft, a gentle glow in a vast sea of brilliant luminescence. And yet, his eyes, if one could call them that, held a spark of untold sorrow. "Hello," Mira greeted him tenderly, her voice echoing with compassionate curiosity. "I am Mira, and your light called to me. What weighs so heavily upon your heart?" Luno's voice came as a tremulous murmur, barely more than the rustle of midnight leaves. "I am Luno," he confessed, "and I fear that my light is too feeble to join the grand dance of the stars. I hide my glow because I fear that if I shine too brightly, I might disrupt the delicate balance of night. I feel so small, so insignificant when surrounded by the brilliance of my companions. Mira knelt beside him, laying a gentle hand on the cool, shimmering surface of the silver ground. "Luno," she whispered, "every light has its own unique beauty. Even the smallest glow can guide a lost traveler home. It is not about outshining others, but about sharing your warmth in the darkest of times." At her words, the tender moon's pulse began to quicken, as if stirred by newfound hope. Around them, the guardians, silhouetted figures of shimmering stardust, nodded silently in agreement. Mira realized that Luno's hesitation was not a weakness, but a cry for help, a plea to embrace his hidden brilliance. In that sacred moment, Mira vowed to guide Luno and discover the true source of the mysterious call. A quest that promised to restore not only a lost glow in the heavens, but also to mend the fragile tapestry of dreams and hope. With Luno now by her side, Mira's journey took on a deeper meaning. The celestial guardians gently parted, revealing a luminous pathway strewn with ethereal petals and flecked with stardust. This pathway, they explained in silent yet expressive gestures, was the route to the cosmic archive, a celestial repository where dreams, memories, and the lost fragments of light were stored. As they walked together along the glowing path, Mira encountered others who joined their journey. There was Amaris, a wise owl with silver feathers whose eyes had witnessed countless nights, and Ember, a fiery fox whose fur burned with the hues of a sunset. Each new companion carried their own piece of the night's forgotten lore and lent their strength to the unfolding quest. In hushed tones and gentle gestures, the guardians conveyed that the missing luminescence in the sky, the absence that had stirred Mira's heart, was not a random loss. It was the result of a cosmic imbalance, where a long-forgotten sorrow had snuffed out a vital spark of hope. To restore the night's full brilliance, Mira and her new friends would have to journey through the labyrinth of dreams and piece together the scattered remnants of that lost light. The task was daunting, yet filled with the promise of transformation. Mira's resolve only deepened as she listened to the silent stories woven into the celestial wind. A reminder that even in the vast expanse of the universe, a single heart filled with courage could ignite a world of possibility. Their passage led them to the entrance of the labyrinth of glimmer, a maze of shimmering pathways and ever-changing lights, where the boundaries of reality blurred into phantasms of wonder. The labyrinth stretched out like a maze of liquid silver and shifting shadows. Here, every turn held a secret. Every corridor hummed with the echoes of ancient laughter and whispered dreams. Mira and her companions stepped cautiously into this mysterious world. The labyrinth was alive with movement. Streams of light danced along the walls, and fleeting figures, like memories caught in motion, drifted around them. Sometimes the path would split into multiple shimmering threads, each winding its way into the unknown depths of the dreamscape. At other times, the corridors seemed to close in, dark and mysterious, forcing the brave travelers to rely on their inner light to guide them. For hours, or perhaps minutes, time lost all meaning within the maze. Mira led the way, following subtle hints left in flickers of brilliant color and the soft murmur of hidden voices. Amaris, the wise owl, would occasionally guide them by calling out softly, his voice a beacon of clarity amid the trickery of shadows. Ember would dart ahead playfully, his tail leaving streaks of warm light that showed where danger might lurk. In one particularly twisting corridor, they encountered a series of ethereal riddles etched along the walls in luminous script. The script told of past travelers who had dared to embrace the unknown, of how they had pieced together fragments of starlight to restore lost hope. Mira's eyes shone with determination as she carefully deciphered the poetic clues, realizing that the key to traversing the labyrinth was to embrace vulnerability and let the gentle light of every small hope guide them. After what felt both like an eternity and a single fleeting heartbeat, the travelers reached the heart of the labyrinth, a vast chamber open to the sky where shimmering doors lined the walls. In the center lay an ornate pedestal upon which rested a singular, glimmering orb. This orb pulsed softly, its light steady yet yearning, a perfect echo of Luno's initial timid glow. In that silent, sacred space, Mira felt the unspoken truth of their journey. Every challenge in the labyrinth had been designed to remind them that the beauty of light lies not in its grandeur, but in its persistence. Gathering her courage, Mira reached out and touched the orb. The moment her fingertips grazed its surface, the chamber filled with a chorus of soft chimes, a symphony of memory and magic that swelled like the tide of a million distant dreams. The orb split into countless shards of luminescent light, each shimmering with the colors of hope, pain, and ultimately renewal. It was then that Mira understood. The orb contained the very essence of the missing glow, a collection of every forgotten wish and quiet prayer. Having emerged from the labyrinth, the celestial travelers found themselves at the edge of a breathtaking expanse, the field of luminary petals. Stretching as far as the eye could see, the field was a vast, living mosaic of light and shadow, where each petal was a fragment of celestial memory. These delicate petals, drifting upon gentle, cosmic breezes, held within them the echoes of every hope and dream that had ever graced the night sky. Mira knelt upon the soft, radiant ground, feeling the cool, pulsating energy of the petals under her fingertips. Among these fragments, she sensed the lingering sorrow of the lost moon, a sorrow so profound that even the luminescence of the petals seemed to dim in its presence. With Luno by her side, Mira knew that their task was to help him rediscover and reclaim the spark that had been hidden by doubt and fear. Together, they wandered through the field, each step releasing a soft burst of light as petals floated upward like tiny lanterns. Ember scampered ahead, his playful energy stirring the petals into a swirling dance, while Amaris watched over them with a serene, knowing gaze. Mira gently gathered a handful of these luminous fragments and held them close to her heart, whispering words of courage and kindness into the cool air. In that moment, each petal responded, growing brighter as if absorbing the strength of her hope. Slowly, the field transformed before their eyes. Where once there was only a scattered array of faint drifting lights, a gentle glow now began to coalesce into a continuous current of radiance. The very atmosphere seemed to pulse with renewed energy, and Mira felt the loving presence of countless souls and forgotten dreams guiding them toward the final stage of their quest. Luno, Emboldened by Mira's empathy and the collective strength of the field, allowed his small light to merge with the luminary petals. At first, the union was tentative, a flicker of radiant hesitation. But then, as if drawn by a deep and ancient rhythm, his glow became interwoven with the petals' soft illumination. Each petal that touched him burst forth into a spectrum of colors, and together they wove a tapestry of hope that stretched upward into the indigo vastness of the night. Not far from the field, as if guided by the very pulse of the cosmos, the travelers discovered a sight that filled their hearts with quiet wonder. A towering, ancient loom suspended in midair, crafted from twisted boughs of elder trees and threaded with strands of pure, celestial light. This was the loom of night and dawn, a venerable instrument said to be woven into the fabric of existence itself. Its purpose was to stitch together the past, present, and future of every nocturnal dream, using threads spun from moments of courage, love, and renewal. The loom's vast frame shone with a glow that recalled the first rays of sunrise and the soft glow of twilight. Mira approached with reverence, her fingers trembling as they brushed against the cool fibers. It was here that the final piece of their quest lay, a chance to restore the missing glow of the night by weaving together the gathered fragments of starlight, the luminary petals, and the tender light of Luno. With guidance from Amaris and Ember, Mira and Luno began the delicate work. Mira selected a strand of light that shone like the memory of a long-forgotten lullaby, while Luno offered his steady, gentle radiance. Slowly and carefully, they interwove each shimmering thread, every movement a careful dance of intention and hope. With every pull of the loom's ancient mechanisms, the vast canvas of the night began to fill with new patterns, a mosaic of dreams, each star a testament to a soul that dared to shine. Time lost all meaning as they labored, their hearts beating in unison with the cosmic melody that resonated from the loom. The fabric of the sky, once marred by the absence of a vital glow, started to mend itself with every careful stitch. Mira's eyes glistened with tears of joy as the threads of memories, hope, and courage fused together into a breathtaking panorama, an eternal reminder that even the smallest spark holds the power to heal the deepest darkness. At last, as the final thread was woven into the cosmic tapestry, the transformation was complete. The void that had long marred the night sky began to fill with a resplendent light, a luminous beacon born of countless tender hopes and the bravery of a gentle heart. Luno's glow, now fully realized and vibrant, stood proudly at the center of this celestial masterpiece. The lost moon, once hidden by doubt, had been reborn through the act of weaving dreams and the sharing of heartfelt light. In that stunning moment, every star, every petal in the field of luminary, and every secret whispered in the labyrinth converged into a symphony of light. The sky was no longer just a canopy of distant orbs. It was a living archive of every heart that had dared to believe in magic. The ethereal glow spilled over the horizon, touching the forest below with its soft, radiant embrace, transforming the midnight hour into a time of gentle celebration. The celestial guardians, who had silently witnessed the unfolding miracle, bowed in a quiet homage to the strength of human spirit and kindness. Mira, Luno, Amaris, and Ember shared a silent communion of understanding, a bond forged in the crucible of dreams and illuminated by the light of a recovered hope. With the cosmic tapestry restored, the journey home beckoned. The enchanted swing reappeared among the twinkling canopy, its silvery ropes now intertwined with the remnants of stardust and the lingering echoes of the loom's ancient magic. It was a quiet invitation, a call for Mira and her companions to return to the world below, to carry with them the eternal light they had so lovingly rekindled. Descending from the celestial heights, they found themselves once again in the embrace of the enchanted forest. The familiar clearing greeted them with a gentle chorus of rustling leaves and soft murmurs of nocturnal creatures. The crystalline pond mirrored the transformed sky, and the floating lanterns winked in warm acknowledgement of the night's wondrous renewal. Mira stepped off the swing with the grace of one who had journeyed through realms of dreams. Luno, his radiance now confident and unwavering, shone brightly among the stars overhead, a living symbol of hope reborn. Ember trotted playfully through clusters of moonlit ferns, while Amaris settled upon a sturdy branch, his wise eyes reflecting the truth of their shared adventure. In the cool, nocturnal hush of the forest, every element seemed to sing with a promise that the light within each soul, no matter how faint, held the power to illuminate even the darkest night. The trees whispered secrets of ancient magic, and the soft glow of fireflies wove a tapestry of shimmering memories that would inspire generations yet to come. That very night, as Mira returned to her cozy little cottage nestled at the forest's edge, she felt that the world had been irrevocably changed by the miracle of the journey. Tucked beneath a quilt of handmade dreams and starlight, she listened as the forest outside murmured its gentle lullaby. Each rustle and chirp a quiet ode to hope, resilience, and the unyielding strength of even the smallest spark of light. In the days that followed, the tale of the restored night sky spread quietly through the forest. Elders would speak of the night when a brave little girl and a timid moon had woven together the fragments of hope into a tapestry of eternal light. Children, eyes wide with wonder, would gather by the crystalline pond to hear the story whispered by the rustling leaves and shimmering streams. And every night, as the enchanted swing swayed gently between ancient trees, the memory of Mira's journey shone through like a soft, guiding beacon. A reminder that magic is never truly lost when nurtured by a kind heart. Mira herself carried the lessons of that cosmic adventure wherever she went. In every quiet moment of reflection, she recalled the serene beauty of the field of luminary petals, the intricate dance of the loom of night and dawn, and the gentle transformation of Luno from a timid spark into a radiant beacon. These memories became her inner light, an enduring source of strength that would guide her through every dark hour, inspiring her to share kindness, courage, and hope with every soul she encountered. As dawn painted the horizon with hues of soft gold and lavender, Mira felt a deep gratitude for the journey that had opened her eyes to the boundless magic of the universe. With each new day, the enchanted forest, forever changed by the tapestry of that wondrous night, continued to sing its eternal lullaby, inviting all who believed in dreams to seek out their own light. Years later, The legend of the celestial swing and the brave souls who restored the night's radiance became a cherished fable, whispered among the trees and sung by the stars. Mira grew into a wise and gentle guardian of the forest's secrets, and every night, as she passed the enchanted clearing, she would pause to look upward at Luno, now a steadfast star and symbol of the enduring power of hope. Generations of dreamers visited the clearing, each adding their own verse to the eternal lullaby of the forest. The legacy of that fateful night was woven into every leaf, every ripple of the crystalline pond, and every glimmering lantern that drifted among the trees. In the shimmering calm of the night, the promise remained. No matter how small a light may seem, it holds the power to transform the darkness into a canvas of infinite wonder. And so, as you lay your head to rest tonight, imagine the soft, rhythmic sway of the enchanted swing, the playful dance of stardust among the treetops, and the gentle glow of a timid moon reborn in hope. Let your dreams carry you to that enchanted clearing, a place where every heart, every whispered secret, and every flicker of light writes its own chapter in the everlasting tapestry of dreams. And so, dear listeners, the night gently draws its curtain closed. The stars still twinkle softly above. The trees hush their lullabies, and the magic that carried you through this journey now cradles you in stillness. What began as a whisper of wonder has become a memory etched in moonlight, a memory only your heart will hold. You've wandered through a world unseen by waking eyes, where courage danced with curiosity and dreams unfolded like petals beneath the stars. But even as this story ends, know this: magic never truly fades. It lives in your breath, your thoughts, your sleep, waiting to return when you close your eyes again. So rest now, little one. Drift deeper into slumber, knowing you are safe, you are loved, and the story will always find you. Night after night, in the quiet glow of your dreams. If this story brought you comfort, wonder, or even a smile, don't forget to like the video. Share it with someone who loves stories as much as you do. and subscribe for more magical bedtime journeys. We'd love to hear from you. Tell us in the comments how this story made you feel and what kind of tales you'd like to hear next. Good night